Hey, you are listening to the Elevate Your World podcast. This podcast is dedicated to helping startups, small businesses, and entrepreneurs grow their business. And I am your host, Jules. Today's episode, I'm discussing goals and making things happen. Yes, we all have goals. I'm sure we all do. We want to accomplish and things we want to make happen. So maybe it's your business you want to improve. Maybe you're looking to increase your income. But while we all have goals, we may lack the necessary skills and expertise to make those goals happen. And this can make us feel somewhat powerless when it comes to choosing the path of our lives. We're in debt because we don't know how to track our finances. We're in jobs we aren't excited about because we don't know how to start a business. And the worst part, this is the worst bit for me, is when you tell someone your goal, I'm going to start a business, or I'm going to make 6 figures this year. They kind of just look at you and just and roll their eyes and say, yeah. And even worse, we start thinking to ourselves, really, can I actually do it? Well, it's time to change all of that. Let's look at how to actually make things happen. Passion. It all starts with passion. There's this quote I love: find your passion and it all falls into place. Finding your passion is not only the secret to happiness, I think, but it's the secret to your success, most definitely. Find the thing that you really want to do. And that's what will give you that unstoppable, that determination to keep at your goals no matter what comes your way. And finding your passion means being really, really honest with yourself. It also means rejecting the things that other people want you to do, forgetting the things that you believe you're supposed to want to do, instead of you focusing on what it is you really want to do. I hope that makes sense. And likewise, you need to think about what you're going to enjoy working towards. It's not enough to want the end result. You need to be happy putting in the work every single day to get there. In other words, you can't just want to start a coaching business. You need to enjoy helping people. When you find the thing that really brings you to life, you'll find it so much easier, much easier to stick to it. On to the next thing, action. Once you find the thing that you're really excited about, you need to devise a plan to make that happen and then stick to it. This is what will make you a doer and not just a talker or a dreamer. We're not truly defined by our intentions, our aims, our ideals. In reality, we are defined by our actions, and these are what will make us successful or not. And you really want people to stop rolling their eyes or umming and ahhing when you tell them about your plans, and instead to be a person who carries real weight when you explain your plans. When you say you're going to start your business, you want people to know that is really what you're going to do. Now that I've said telling people, this is the thing, this is a bit I'm contradicting myself a little bit here. But actually, one of the ways you do that is to stop telling everyone. Why? Because according to some studies, telling everyone your dreams or your plans is actually one of the surest ways that they actually won't happen. Well, for starters, it suggests that you're looking for external validation. Going back to what I just said about passion being motivating, that means that simply engaging in the activity or working towards your goal should be enough. You shouldn't need a reward, and you certainly shouldn't need accolades from others. For example, if you're really fascinated with your book project, then you should be quite happy to work on your project in your spare time without ever needing to tell anyone about it. And this is a much more powerful form of motivation and drive than anything you can get from people telling you that they think you've done a great job. I'm just a walking contradiction here. Now, there are scenarios where it does pay to tell people, or at least, let me rephrase it, to tell some trusted people. And these people I'm talking about, like a mentor or a business coach. And there are reasons that this can be the case. The first is telling people you trust can help you feel as though you have stakes. When you tell someone your plan on getting out of debt, for example, you then know that they're watching you and they're waiting to see if you actually achieve that goal. And this can create a social pressure that actually can be very helpful in motivating you along. And also, you can actually make this even more the case by encouraging them to call you on your actions. Get a mentor or a coach to watch you and make sure you're sticking to your goals and doing what you said you would. Thirdly, finding people who are as passionate as you. For example, about a business idea. If you find people to go into business with and you all truly believe that your idea has a real potential, then you're going to find that passion and excitement in your group becomes contagious, and everyone in the group helps to encourage everyone else. Right, so that's passion, action. Third one is drive. Another important tip here is to always keep in mind the why behind what you're doing. Too often we work towards a goal in a blind manner, having forgotten the real reason why we're doing it. Example, you know you want to work for yourself and quit your 9 to 5, and that means you need to work on your side hustle for 3 hours a day, every evening and all day on the weekends. But you don't keep that in mind during the tough times when you're tired after your day job. What you need to do instead is to focus your mind on the reason you're working the extra hours and to really feel the emotion that drove you to want it in the first place. And this is something I love to do. I love doing visualizations. Carrying on with this example, for instance, you need to think about why you want to work for yourself and what it's going to feel like for you to be your own boss. To find the will to juggle your side hustle and your day job, you need to remember that each day is a stepping stone to that end destination. So we've talked about passion, taking action, drive, and now focus. When you really know your passion and when you know what is truly important to you, then you know what you want to do with your time and with your life. And that means you need to think about restructuring your lifestyle so you're spending less time doing the things that you don't want to do. You can structure your life around that thing, and that means removing the unnecessary distractions. Distractions can be like housework. For example, you can hire a housekeeper. If you really want to accomplish your goals, then it makes sense to design your life around them. Change the way you spend your time on a day-to-day basis and remove the time-consuming activities that don't take you any closer to your goal. You don't need to spend ages filling in paperwork. Consider hiring a virtual assistant, for example. Right, all these steps, all these techniques, all these tips should help you to become better at sticking with your goals and finding the will when the going gets tough. So set yourself up for success. Be passionate, be a doer. Remind yourself why you're doing the things you're doing and get the right people on your team as well. Thank you for listening to this episode on making things happen. Now, this is really exciting. We do have some really great resources. They're really great, if I do say so myself. And it's a similar title. It's called Make It Happen. And that is a book about goals and how to set goals and how to achieve your business goals. You can also use it for life goals as well. And that's all available on our website, elevatestudiok.com/resources. So please do check that out. I will see you on the next episode.